Hello, it's Mats here, and it's time for another feature release. This release is the 7.6 release, and we are bringing mostly UI updates. As usual, you can find the release notes on the forum. It's going to be here probably on the recent forum posts where you can see the feature release 7.6. So I'm just going to show you the tool, go over the UI improvements we've done, and also a couple of bug fixes. One thing we did was that we redesigned our settings page. So if you go here into the tool and you go to settings, you're going to see that this environment tab has been greatly updated. It's been cleaned up, and it's going to be a little easier to follow, where you can clearly see when you have several environments that there are radio buttons that you can select here. Remember, here is where you set up the different environments, such as production, staging, test environment. And then, of course, you can add many application interfaces. This could be separating the APPs from the APIs. Also, if you have a management interface and maybe a traffic interface or a storefront, that's where you set up the different interfaces. We have also updated the content policy tab and cleaned it up a little bit and created a new tab called content generation, where we put all the regular expressions for auto generation of data. We've also done a couple of updates inside the tool. For instance, now if you look at the module or test creation, you can now see clearly that there is a star for all the required fields. Here, if I go into a test, we've also moved these side icons, disable, group, and create test case out of the actions. We move them up here. Then we get to the bug fixes. For the bug fixes, we did a number of AI module fixes for auto generation of tests, and also a fix for recording of APIs. So if you're not familiar with that functionality, if you have an API call, you can actually automatically generate a test from the API. So let me demonstrate quickly. If you open up this view here, you can actually, when you fill in your name, it's going to make an API call. So you can verify this on the lab if you want that. So now what you can do is you can click Save to DB, and as you can see here, you see the post request, and now you can just select this and generate an API action from this. And as you can see here, you're going to see the test generated automatically. So that's something you can play around with. It will capture all the data you're using going out to the API. So of course you can look here and spy on your API and get a good starting point for your API tests. Let us know if you have any more suggestions for UI improvements. This is going to be a focus now for a couple of more releases, and then there's going to be a big focus on cleaning up the documentation for you guys.